Initially, they were told their baby wouldn't survive.
Yes.
Now they face a major issue of funding.
The surgeon came in and said, just, I'm sorry, and her condition is incompatible with life, and I'll come back in a few days and you can take her home and she can pass away at home. And yeah, that's what he said, and that was the end of the conversation. It was brief and to the point, really.
You're very bitter, bear.
Friends suggested they get a second opinion. They discovered Aria could be fed directly into her bloodstream. Though she's vulnerable to infection, she survived 3 years and 4 months. Our visit comes just a day after Aria's latest trip to hospital to boost her iron levels.
So once she comes out of hospital after a while, it takes a little while to get the strength back. And also because her trouble with her blood levels, quite often losing red blood cells, doesn't have the same energy. While other kids are out playing in the playground, climbing and jumping, she'll be sitting there watching and drawing or stickering or counting or reading. So it's quite a different personality to what other little kids have.
I guess she's a lot smaller and shorter than the average 3-year-old, and she doesn't move as fast. So, and I think she's aware of that as well. She's aware of the fact that there's people rushing past her, so she can get a little bit kind of angsty about that.
Aria's parents struggle with the knowledge that it will cost $3 million New Zealand dollars for her surgery.
It's difficult to deal with the fact that it will cost that amount of money to save our daughter's life.
It just blows our mind that that it's that much money, but yet we're so close to getting there and getting it done. So.
Like a little candle burning in the night, in this world of darkness, so we must shine. You and your
Clearly, there's no way this young couple could ever afford the operation themselves. But with it, they expect Aria will have a normal life.
They told us pretty early on that the government would hopefully fund the transplant costs and Aria's medical care, but they wouldn't pay for us to go as a family to live there. There's no compassionate visas, there's no medical visas. You go as a tourist, and it's really difficult to even get a work visa. And so yeah, we have to fundraise because we'll have all the normal living costs that we would have in New Zealand. And smush them down. Green Dolly's going to have some too. That's a good idea. Do you think Ashley's going to like to eat them too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Aria too.
Aria too. Are you going to eat them too?
Mummy.
Mummy. Oh, thank you. We're just impatient to go. We just really want this for her, and we're like, when can we go? We see her declining. She's yellow, her eyes are yellow, her liver it started to go downhill as they predicted it would when she was 6 months.
Oh, you're a pro.
If she doesn't get this transplant, she will die.
They've waited 3 long months for the government's decision on funding.
We don't have a date at the moment, which is difficult. We're definitely in limbo, not knowing if we're going forward or backwards. Because as you put things in boxes, you think, well, will this box move out of this house? I wonder if it will just stay here, or if I have to unpack it at some stage. That would just be worst case scenario.
This young couple doesn't dare think what will happen if they don't get that funding.
There has been some really, really dark moments over the past 3 years. You just cry out, I guess, to be rescued from this awfulness that you find yourself in, and that you find your daughter in.
Now we should do cleaning, like we do with the blue.
If you come out of them, then you will be a stronger person because you've been that low, and we've been given strength to cope with those tough times, I think.
The only way to save on costs is for Hamish to stay behind in New Zealand.
Give him a kiss.
I really don't think that we'd be able to cope with it if we were apart, and given how much all 4 of us love each other and how much Aria loves Asher, and it'd just be
wrong.
Everyone's house would just break, and we wouldn't have the emotional strength to cope with it, because it's one thing to talk about the financial cost and the journey going over there, but there's a huge emotional price that we pay for what we're doing and where we're going. So we need to have that strength of unity as a family too.
Does she like cookies? I think she does.